Hello, welcome to the first cube draft, or to another cube draft, not actually the first. Wow, so many picks. Actually didn't notice that I was live, so happy that I'm here. We have Sorin. Not a big fan of it. I actually like Reviarch, Solemn, stuff like that a bit more. Solemn, I'm actually not that huge of a fan of. Like Sundering Titan is probably way stronger if you get stuff like Tinker, Smokestack can be built around. Sorin commits to 2 colors, which isn't Sorin, yeah, commits to 2 colors, which isn't that great. And nothing else just jumps out. I'm gonna go for the big creature. If we can get a Tinker or something, pretty sick. We do get a Tameo, which obviously has to be the pick here. Like, this is fine if you want to go mono red. This is a decent card. Rifting is fine. I guess most of them are fine, like Hellrider and Char are really good for mono red. These are really good, but passing up a Planeswalker, I won't do. Like, it's a Planeswalker. What do you want? There's Animate That, which allows me to reanimate Sundering Titan and jump into reanimation. There's also Venser, Daze. Sun Titan is pretty good, Flametongue Cavalry is pretty good. Fate's Fair is obviously pretty good, but I think I am gonna go for the animation team again and see if I can manage to do so. There's also Birthing Pod now, which does work a little bit with Animate That. It works a little bit with Sundering Titan, but going up to 8 seems unlikely. This card is sick, right? Yeah, this card is just too good. Distribute 3+1/+1 counters amongst creatures, or look at the top 4, aura creature, or planeswalker. It seems really good, and I'm gonna pick it up here. We'll see where that brings us, but I like the card. There's also Terrastodon, which goes with the Animate That here, but I'm not so sure about my picks or what I want to go with. Obviously don't want this Ajani. There's Gilded Lotus, which does mana fixing, but it's a bit too late. Foundry, it's not actually fixing my colors. Max Diamond, nah. I think I have to go for a Terrastodon here. Maybe we can splash these colors, maybe we don't, and just cut this and then play green, or go 3 colors and splash white for the Ajani. But seeing if you're a reanimator, we usually don't have a lot of creatures. But it's just card advantage. Like, it's 5 mana, automatic 5. That pumps creatures or gets you cards. Like, look at the top 4. What does the rest go to the graveyard? Bottom of your library in any order. So you can actually choose the order it goes in. Interesting. But I actually have a killer headache. Just took a pill for that, but not so sure how how well I'll be doing here, or how well I'll be thinking here. Already ate, just drank a lot of water, because could be that I haven't drank enough, that I didn't drink enough. So that's always a possibility at this point, because it's really good weather. Just dropped off the mobile home for my father, which we used to go away to France. I'm thinking about the card here. Trading Trader is obviously a good card, but I'm not so sure if blue is actually open. Black definitely seems open, like Black Sun Zenith, Doomstalker, this figure. Even Spinning Darkness, but obviously this figure seems a bit better. How good is Black Sun Zenith in my deck? It's expensive, but it is a good AoE control deck. I think I'll pick up a Zenith here. Headhunter, Liliana, Hermit, or sick card. If you want to stay blue, we want a Sour. If you want to go green, we want a Woodfall. So you already have two good reanimation targets. I think I want a Sour here. There's also Bad River, but it won't wheel. Like most of these cards I'd be happy with except Hero. But we'll have one of them wheel and probably not a Hero. Probably something like the Headhunter. And I'll even play it, I think. But I'll pick up a Sour here. Uno's Prowler, definitely a card you want in reanimation. River is fine, but I don't think I can pass up a Prowler here. We only have two cards as reanimation team, but I mean they're fine cards, even outside of reanimation. Uno's Prowler is a 3/1 flyer for 2, so it has a bunch of beating. And Animate that is just value cards, no matter what. You can play it outside of reanimation. Just you have when you play reanimation at the start and you want to go for it, I usually try to keep the options open and pick cards up that would be good in reanimation, but would still be fine outside of it. Like Sundering Titan, there's more possibilities with that. There's Tinker, you can just play it at a certain point. Terrastallion is a bit different, of course. How good is Dead Cloud? Not good enough, right? Genesis Wave is probably better if I have some kind of ramp. Smokestack doesn't seem fine. Bane of the Living seems decent. Another mass removal. Is it better than Genesis Wave? Yeah, probably. We do get a Basalt Monolith, and I think I have to pick that up. Like it's really good acceleration into these. Into Tamiyo or Sundering Titan or Terrastallion. It's just a good card to have here. Like turn 4 we'll have 7 mana. We obviously have 8 drops, so it's not the absolute nuts, but it's still a fine card. And seeing that I have Lexans in it, now I obviously wanted that I picked up Genesis Wave over Bane of the Living, but hindsight 2020, right? Currently no fix though, so Giant is probably out. We can play 2 colors and just not play the Terrastallion. But at this point I think I want to play it. Wow. Desperate Ravens is not that great because it's random. Resident Sport is not a card I want to play, I think. Neither is Days, but out of all the cards, it's the most likely to be played. So pick that one up. But yeah, headaches, just if you have them, just try hydrating a bit, like just drinking water, not drinking any soda or something, just water. And usually, like, I have had really good results with that. Xenagos. Xenagos is interesting because it accelerates as well, but we'll go for the Pact of Negation. I have a little time to actually choose here. Time was ticking down. And Gilded Lotus Wheels. Instant smash there. I didn't even look at the other 2 cards. Come on. Why would I even look at the other 2 cards when you have a Gilded Lotus? Turn 4, Gilded Lotus. Turn 5. That stinks. Yeah. Tombstalker even wheels. Yeah, sure. We'll pick that one up. And Force Spike. I assumed Headhunter would wheel, but I'm definitely fine with having a Force Spike there. So yeah, at this point the Jan is out, Terrastallion is probably out. Although it is a good reanimation target, I don't want to splash for that single card. Like last time we drafted Reanimator, we actually had some discard effects in blue, and we could splash white for the cards we were getting. But I think having Sundering Titan as a target, and well, Tombstalker is just a card you can play. There's Grave Titan, which obviously is a sick card. Undermine is something I wouldn't mind. I guess I take Misdirection over Force, I'm not so sure about that. The upside of Misdirection is really huge sometimes. Fana Shaman is a fine card, but not something I can play. But I'm taking Grave Titan here, really strong card. So let's cut Terrastallion and a Ajani for now. And keep it 2 colors. But keep in mind that we have those. We have 2 good green cards. We obviously want some more early game. Bitter Blossom would be huge. Vendilion Click would be fine. Um, what else is there? Should be a lot, right? Any kind of removal cards. Upheaval would obviously be sick again. I always want to have Upheaval. The card is just so good. It's not normal how good that card is. There's a Bio which allows me to splash. There's Skin Render, which is obviously a fine card. There's Death Bridge Chant, which I wouldn't mind, I think, but maybe it's a bit too slow. And it's more likely to wheel anyway. I think out of this I want a Skin Render. Just because it's a good card. Like, it doesn't commit me to green. Like, Bio sure allows a splash, but then we're just playing Terrastodon at this point. Well, Skin Render is a card that I always play. Old Man of the Sea is also a card I consider though. But I'm not so sure. Like, a black player would definitely pick up Skin Render. Let's think about it. Old Man of the Sea versus Skin Render. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Skin Render. It's a tough pick to make there, and I'm not so sure which one is correct. Here's Doomblade versus Vizara versus one Power Stone Dissipate. So it's removal, big creature in removal. I think Vizara is a more powerful one. Like, if they can't get rid of it, it just wins the game. It gets incremental advantage. One Power Stone is good as well though. It allows me to accelerate into things. Yeah, I think I pick up the Warm Power Stone here. Seems like a weird pick, but one of these three should wheel. A Warm Power Stone won't, for sure. Shackles, Death Slam here. Like, not even thinking about it. Gotta look at the other cards. Wouldn't mind seeing Dimir Aqueduct back. Well, these are fixed if I ever want to splash, but Aqueduct is fine, of course. Ancient Tomb I might play, but I can't pass up a Shackle. It's like a really good card. Get a Reanimate, which I think I want. Kozilek is obviously fine. Ulamog is obviously fine. Maybe one of these two will wheel. Seems unlikely. But I think I want to reanimate here because, you know, 2 reanimation spells already. We have no discard spells except Una. Like, there's no Thirst for Knowledge that we have seen so far. But it doesn't really matter. Reanimate and Animate that are cards that are good enough on their own to be played. Here we have Glenalendra, Wake Treasure. They're all good cards. Like, Elspeth is obviously good as well, but it's not in the colors. I think Glenalendra is a stronger one though. It just stops your opponent on so many fronts. There's also Academy Runes, which works together with what exactly? Against artifact removal. But yeah, I think I want the Glenalendra here. There's also Cryptologist though, which is this card engine compared to Glenalendra, which is a really good card. I'm gonna go with Cryptologist just because we have a reanimation team. But Glenalendra is really strong. Ancestral Visions is a definite pick here. Card is just nice to have. We have Tropical Islands, Joral's Messenger, Everflow, and Chalice, which I think has to be the pick. More acceleration. Like, not fixed, but acceleration is fine. We're accelerating into big power cards like Grave Titan, Sundering Titan, Tamiyo, Tombstalker, Bane of the Living, Black Sun Zenith, you know, this stuff. So Misdirection did wheel, as did Undermine. The fact that we can counter a creature with Undermine seems a bit better. The question is, are we ever gonna keep open mana like this? Probably not. Compared to Misdirection, don't play a lot of blue cards, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 max. I'm gonna play Undermine. It's more likely I'll play Undermine. anything else. So Biodid Wheel, we'll pick it up here. Not so sure if I'll play it, of course, but we'll pick it up now, no matter what. Fizara did wheel, so as expected, one of those 3 cards. Was Doomblade, Fizara, Dissipate, and Warm Power Stone, and we got Fizara back. Which probably was the pick. It was that or Doomblade, I think, that we would have picked if we didn't pick the Warm Power Stone, so definitely happy that that wheeled. Blood Crypt, probably not, but Aqueduct, yeah, you know, fix. And Kozilek wheeled. I'll even think I'll play that card. Like, I can accelerate into it. Plague Sliver. How many creatures do I have? 10? Let's play Academy Runes, or at least pick up Academy Runes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts. Now the secondary effect of Kozilek obviously is bad for me, but the fact that we can actually hardcast this with the 4 accelerants that we have, it's a really good finisher. Plow Under is a really nice card. No clue why that card is last pick. Green is not played then, I guess, or only played by a single player. Wow, second Elspeth. But there is a control magic, and what we will Sunken Runes would be fine. Spell Pierce will probably wheel. Shriekmaw probably won't wheel. There's not a lot of black in this except Sarcomancy, and I think someone would pick Shriekmaw over that. Probably pick up Woodland Cemetery as well, but there's not much in this pack except some kind of fix, or maybe if we're lucky, Shriekmaw for us. But Control Magic is definitely a card I want. There's Show and Tell. Wow. Show and Tell is risky, but it is also a really good card. Yeah, let's play it. Like, I have played with it before and actually didn't work out. But I'm not gonna pass it up here. Eaterling, another big creature, a big beater. Yeah, let's just play big things, point tech. We can cut a pact and stuff like that. We have 7 cards. That's 4 cards too many. So probably Daze, 4 Spike, Pact, and then one of the bigger ones has to go at this point. But we'll see during deconstruction, won't we? Yeah, Eaterling definitely is a strong card. It can block something for eternity. It obviously was better when damage could still go in stack, but they obviously changed that. It's just a really strong finisher, and I'm not so sure if we're in need of any finishers. But there wasn't much else in the pack for us. Compared to this, there's a goddamn Better Skull. You might say, well, you don't need Better Skull. The card is sick. Like, come on. There's another reanimation spell, but not so sure if I want it over Watery Grave though. Maybe I do. Okay, I only play 2 colors, so my mana base should be good enough. There's also Negate. Let's go with Necromancy. The card is fine. There's Putrid Imp, which is a good discard spell. There's Rager, there's Vampire Nighthawk. I think I'm gonna go with the Nighthawk. Obviously, I wouldn't mind Putrid Imp or Underground Sea, but Nighthawk is just a good card. Now we're actually overburdened on cards. And Putrid Imp probably wheels. Might not. Let's try cutting some cards, shall we? See where that brings us. And not play the Undermine as well. So that's 2 cards too many still. This is their interesting. Yeah, it has to be one. here. It has to be here. Wow. Not much in here for me except Arena. And Arena is a decent card. So many on 3 already, like almost all of my mana exorants are on 3, or a lot of my mana exorants are on 3. There's Forbid, which I'll probably play over anything else anyway, because it has a discard clause. I have no bounce, which isn't what I want. There's also Show and Tell into Sour, which definitely is a strong play. Show and Tell, they bring in whatever they have, and then you just sour it away. But yeah, my tree is loaded, overloaded. We have 4 cards too many. I think if I play Show and Tell, I want Kozilek. What are the odds of them getting rid of a 12/12? It just smashes them down. So Spell Pierce did wheel, but I think I'm, well, for the Phantoms here. I'm gonna go with Phantoms here. I like that card. It's good against aggro because it's a 1/3. It's good against control because it's card advantage. Sure, it costs you tempo often, but and Persecute wield, so we'll pick that one up. It's really good against certain type of decks, like green ramp. You just say green and they lose their entire hand, stuff like that. Probably don't want to see Terminate against me, so let's just get rid of that card. I don't think I can actually splash it, so whatever, but come on, good cards. Now we already saw what's in here. White versus red, more likely to be red, because of the Terminate they just picked up. It won't be either, because you want to play as many basics as you can with Falcon Shackles. Watery Grave. So Negate Wield has a Taurant, but Negate is just really good. It's a sideboard card. I don't think I'll main deck it, but it's definitely a strong card to have. And Putrid Imp Wield. We actually expected Putrid Imp to wheel. Now we have 3 discard effects and 3 animation effects. 3, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah. So that's decent. We need to have the cards in hand though, so we need to play plenty of them. And I think 4 or 5. Not too sure if 5 is too many, but we'll see here. So those are played. Undermine can be played. This won't be. Kozilek can be played. This might be, but it's lands. Pass back over to mana cost. Obviously, an insane amount. So let's put creatures at the bottom. No creatures there. Okay, so let's go over it. I don't think I'll play Pact of Negation, for Spike, nor Daze, or Negates, nor Undermine. Probably not the Arena, not the Persecutor Tendrils main, and not the Eaterling main. So that's 5 cards still. We have 3 discarders that actually do other things, like this fixes your hand. This is a 3-on beater. Putrid Imp is just a 1/1, so that's the worst card out of those. Then we have Reanimate, Animated, and Necromancy. So Reanimate and Animated obviously better than Necromancy, but still good enough. I probably want to play Forbid over Putrid Imp, but I'm not so sure about that. So Everflowing Child is obviously a 2-drop. I think I want to keep all 5. Like Tombstalker, most likely to be 6-drop, something like that, 5/6, somewhere in between there. But it does not work together with the deck. But then we only have 3 animation targets. because you know this is 3-drop and this is 3-drop. Yeah, we have less reanimation targets because you can never reanimate Kozilek. That's just gonna be hard cast. I probably want in the arena, right? Like the card is so good. Drawing extra cards every turn. How can you say no to that? But can we afford playing a 3-drop there? Artifact, creature, enchantment, or land. Like drop what? Visara, Grave Titan, Sunrise Titan. Godlike, obviously. We have 5 finishers. Tombstalker being one of them. 6 then. I think we need to keep Black Sun Zeniths. What about the Gilded Lotus? Isn't it a bit slow? We have plenty of other acceleration. We don't need it for color fixing. And at 5 we probably have plenty. Then we have... So let's say we played at 5 and then we have 9 mana at turn 6. So that's not even a Kozilek. So we need a mana accelerant ahead of that, but even then. So let's not play the Lotus. Still 4 cards then. Control, Magic and Sour are an auto-include. I'm not so sure about the Putrid Imp. I think it's too narrow. So let's cut that one. Then maybe cut one of the reanimation effects, like Necromancy. Maybe I want this over reanimate. They both can... Wait a minute. A graveyard and a graveyard, so they both work on graveyard. Any graveyard, as does this, but this makes me lose life. It is cheaper though. Way cheaper. Maybe Phantom Seer has to go, just bring it in against some decks. Get rid of the forbids. Then we only have 2 discarders. But we only have 2. I think we want the random counter spell anyway. And forbid is definitely a good one there. Maybe Tombstalker has to go. Like this is a creature obviously. So cut Tombstalker, then we have 23 cards. Can still cut something for the arena, but it has to be something of this slot. I think we can't cut any of these. Like maybe the monolith, but even then, like let's say you cut the monolith for the arena, and you only have 2 accelerants in these, and you need a lot of land traps. And then I'd rather probably bring in Necromancy than the arena. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, this definitely isn't easy. So we can bring in bunch of counter if we want at some deck against some decks. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra counters here. But I don't think we want a main deck. We want to try to force our own game plan. But then we just butchered our own game plan a little bit for consistency. Maybe Bane of the Living has to go because we have Black Sun Zenith, which is just as good. But then what do we bring in? The arena, Tombstalker, Putrid Imp, Necromancy. So many options. So we have 3 reanimation targets, which are really good. So don't really think we want more reanimation. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the arena here. Timur Aqueduct suggests bring it down a notch. Done. Converted mana costs. Color, sorry. Seems about fine. yeah, I'll see you guys for round 1.